The police have arrested an Nkabi who allegedly shot and killed witness D. The police say the man was arrested in Johannesburg on Saturday, March 14.
After obtaining overwhelming evidence, the team obtained a J50 warrant of arrest this week and made their first arrest on Saturday, 14th of March. The suspect, believed to be the one who allegedly shot and killed witness D, was arrested in Johannesburg. The team is still on the ground where they are busy with a search and seizure operation at various identified addresses of the suspect. The vehicle believed to have been used on the day that witness D was murdered has also been seized. He is expected to make his first appearance before the Brakpan Magistrate Court on Monday on a charge of murder.
Witness D, whose real name is Maras van der Merwe, was shot and killed outside his home on December 5, 2025. This happened in front of his wife and kids. This was just days after Maras testified at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. At the time, his identity was unknown, and he was only referred to as Witness D. This is due to how sensitive his testimony was. In his testimony, Maras implicated himself. He implicated security company bosses and senior officials in the Ekurhuleni Metro Police. He said they were involved in the torture and murder of alleged business robbery suspect Emmanuel Mbenze at his home in Brakpan in April 2022. During his testimony, Maras said during Emmanuel's arrest, the group tortured him, they waterboarded him, and then they killed him. They called suspended Ekurhuleni Metro Deputy Police Chief Julius Mkhwanazi, and he allegedly came and he helped to clean up the crime scene and ordered Maras to dump Emmanuel's body at a dam in Niger.
The unknown male, when questioned, admitted that he was involved in the invasion and the robbery of the warehouse. He claimed, however, that all he did was transport of the stolen property. The suspect further requested that we not hurt him, as he had 500,000 rand in the house in cash, which he tried to bribe us with, or the officers with. After the suspect mentioned the cash, the two unknown members from Brakpan SAPS and Viandre Pretorius then pushed the man into the second bedroom and closed the door behind them. Everyone else, including myself, searched the rest of the house. In the main bedroom, the EMPD officers, unknown to me, found case dockets where the suspect is identified as a suspect in the particular crime or is otherwise mentioned. Some SAPS forensic bags as well as a number of live ammunition rounds was found. The other rooms contained various tools or garden tools or welding equipment. I then went into the bedroom where the suspect had been taken to by the Brakpan SAPS members with Viandre Pretorius. I noticed Viandre Pretorius, the suspect, with a plastic bag with the two SAPS Brakpan members assisting him from the right-hand side of the double bed. Tubing is where a plastic bag gets placed over a person's head, and that person gets suffocated to the point that he talks or cannot breathe, no longer breathe, and then obviously that we will, or they would obviously then ask him to talk to us, obviously to avoid this from taking place again. I entered the room and sat next to the suspect on the left-hand side of the bed. When Viandre stopped, I asked the suspect to tell me where the stolen stock was being kept. The suspect replied that he will show us. I picked up a wooden table leg that was broken from inside the room, held his legs down with it as to not touch him with my hands as he was wet. Viandre then continued tubing him with the one unknown Brakpan SAPS member, helping to hold him down, while the other was searching the drawers, etc. I saw Yaku Hanekom walking towards us. Yaku then informed myself and Viandre that the chief will come and sort out the issue. I noticed John Marie Eksteen, Zanne Fritz and other members leaving, including Kobus Jansen van Rensburg from Ghoustguard, to go and look for a firearm to plant at this house. Chief Soup, Julius Mkhwanazi, JD Mkhwanazi arrived at the scene, and we were informed that this is the chief.
Maras also spoke of the role played by former police reservist Weandra Pretorius in the murder. After Maras' murder, Weandra was the prime suspect and he was taken in for questioning. His guns and cell phones were taken in by the police. Over a month after Maras' murder, Weandra allegedly survived a targeted hit on his life in February 2026. And then just a day after this, he self-exited at a petrol station in Benoni in front of his wife, Yohan Marie. Yohan, who is a police officer, was one of the people who was allegedly there on that day that Emmanuel was killed. All in all, there were 12 people on that crime scene on that day. 4 people who were there have been killed or have died tragically in what the police believe is the suspects taking each other out. The police say they've been working on the case since it was reported to them, and the case is being handled by iPad since it was reported.
The statement in the case docket was a witness statement who stated that there had been police officers in the property of the deceased before he went missing. Then I was puzzled to say if the police officers visited the deceased address because they found him in the dam. He was transported to the mortuary, but in his pockets there was a driver's license or an ID card. That is how they managed to trace the address as to who is this person. And then they visited the address. So if the police officers managed to do that, they should have reported to IPID. I am saying this because there is a witness that was interviewed by SAPS, not by me, by SAPS. The witness that is saying the owner of this house, on the day of incident, on the night of incident, the police officers were here. He was also here. But that is the last time I saw him. The following day, the house was upside down. It was open. I just pushed the battle gate to close it a bit, but he was nowhere to be found. Then now, for the investigating office of SAPS, who interviewed that witness, got the information now to say yes, that means the police officers were here. This person was found at the dam. Cause of death is unknown, but by looking at the body found there, there is blood that shows that there is some injuries around the head, even though you won't know where, but if blood was running somewhere, then you see that this person is injured. So SAPS, they interviewed the witness, the police were there. They found the deceased had injuries, but still they continued and registered an inquest matter, of which it was wrong of them to do that, according to me now. Because they can see that this person was killed. So they must register a murder docket so that it must be investigated as to what transpired with this person. And it was for SAPS to report that matter to IPID. Then it was for IPID to say, because this is how it goes when SAPS reports matters to us. We have a standby phone with a register. The standby phone rotates to everyone in the office. It's only one phone. Then you will receive the calls for all the stations. I'm working under Eguruleni, but I will receive the calls from Johannesburg, from Soweto, from wherever they give calls. So SAPS was supposed to call our office. Then the member of standby was going to respond to them. Then we were going to attend the scene, because it helps us if we attend the crime scene. And during our investigation, most things becomes very easy because I will be there. I will take charge of the scene. My manager explained to say we don't have enough resources. I agree. We don't have. We use SAPS because they are experts in that. But when I'm working with them at a crime scene, SAPS, they phoned, then they reported. Then Nomsama Sugu comes to the scene from IPID. Then I will find out who the crime scene manager there. Then from there, the crime scene manager will hand over to me now. It's my crime scene now. I take control of everything, sorry. Then if SAPS should have done that, I don't believe that this investigation was going to take 4-5 years. But it took this long, and I will say I'm happy that I've got this opportunity to come and explain so that even South Africa can understand to say how hard was it to crack this kind of a case.
No arrests have been made thus far on Emmanuel's murder. However, the police say the Inkabi who has been arrested for the murder of Marius is expected at the Brakpan Magistrate Court tomorrow on Monday, March 16. What are your thoughts on this case? Let's talk in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe.